Welcome to the YouTube channel of Shet Vidya Mandir English High School. Dear children of class 6th CBSE, myself Rashmi, your science teacher, and today we will study the last part of chapter number 9, the living organisms and their surroundings. Children, in this last part of the chapter, we will study about the various characteristics of the living beings. Children, there are a number of different things which are present around us. Let us make a list of these things like the trees, cows, horses, sparrows, crows, insects, people, chairs, tables, rocks, stones, soil, water, air, mushrooms, eggs, cars, buses, clouds, plastic bottles, televisions are some of these things which we find around us. Now, which of these things are living and which ones are non-living? Now, how we will separate them as the living or the non-living things? So, we will try to find out the answer for this question in this part of the chapter. Hence, in this part of the chapter, we will study the features of the living things. Living things have certain common characteristics. They need food, they respire, they excrete, they respond to the environment, they reproduce, they show growth, and they show movement. Do all the living things need food? The answer is yes, all living things need food. Plants make their own food through the process of photosynthesis. Animals depend on plants and other animals for their food. Food gives organisms the energy needed for them to grow. Hence, organisms also need this energy for other life processes that go on inside them. Hence, food is very essential for the living organisms. Do all living things show growth? So, the answer is yes. All living things show growth. Now, what exactly growth is? The growth is an increase in the size of an organism. For example, a baby grows into a child, a seedling grows into a tree, a chicken grows into a cock or a hen. Hence, we conclude growth in living things is irreversible and permanent. Do all living things respire? Your answer is yes, all living things respire. But what exactly the word respire means? Respiration is a process in which energy is released from the food that we are eating. The released energy is used for carrying out different life processes such as the growth and the movement. Respiration takes place in the bodies of both plants and animals because they both require the energy. It is a chemical reaction in which food reacts with oxygen to release energy. Do all living things respond to stimuli? Your answer is yes. But what exactly the word stimuli is? Changes in the surrounding that make us to respond to them is called as stimuli. Living things respond to stimuli. Let us consider the following examples. The first example, the animals suddenly become active when food is served to them. The other example, wild animals run away when bright light is flashed towards them. Cockroaches begin to move to their hiding places if the light in the kitchen is switched on at night. The other example, if your hand touches a hot object, you withdraw your hand. Do plants also respond to stimuli? Your answer is yes. Plants also respond to stimuli. Let us explain this with the help of an example. The stem of a plant bends towards the sunlight. Flowers in some plants close after sunset. In touch me not plant, the leaves close or fold on being touched. Now these are the examples, few of the examples of the plants which shows that the plant respond to stimuli. Excretion. When food and oxygen are used in the body, waste products are produced. Now, these waste products are very poisonous if they remain inside the body, and they can be very harmful to the body. Hence, to prevent this from happening, the body has a way of getting rid of this harmful waste. Now, the process of getting rid of waste by the living organism is called as excretion. Excretion is a characteristic feature found in all living organisms in both plants and animals. In case of animals, waste are excreted in the form of urine, feces, sweat, and carbon dioxide. Do plants also excrete? Your answer is yes, plants also excrete. In plants, carbon dioxide and water vapors are excreted through stomata present in the leaves. In some plants, waste products take the form of the secretions. Now, the secretions may be in the form of a sticky substance called the gum or a thick fluid called the latex. Reproduction. All living things have the ability to produce more of their own kind. The ability to produce young ones of their kind is called as reproduction. Reproduction is necessary for living things to survive generation after generation. But the mode of reproduction varies in different animals. Some animals produce their young ones through eggs, as you find in birds. But some animals give birth to young ones as seen in cows, cats, and humans. Do plants also reproduce? Your answer is yes. Plants also reproduce. Like animals, plants also differ in their mode of reproduction. Some of the modes are through seeds, as in pea, gram, mango. Through stem cutting, as in mehendi or henna and rose. Through stem pieces containing a bud, as in potato. Movement. Living things show movement. Most animals move from one place to another and show other body movements also. Most plants do not move as they are fixed to the soil, but they show movement of certain parts such as the leaves, stems, roots, and flower. In most plants, you will find the stem moves towards the light. The roots grow downwards in the soil. The flower changes its position to face the sun, as you see in the sunflower plant. The leaves fold when touched in a touch-me-not plant. Children, your chapter ends here. Hope to meet you soon for the next chapter. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy.